If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description.
The OG hip-hop's big brother Nas is releasing a new album tomorrow, King's Disease 3. If you've been following him and you've just been following hip-hop, also the Grammys maybe, then you're aware of this album and you know what this is about. So let's jump straight into this. Today we're going to talk about everything that we know about King's Disease 3 by Nas dropping tomorrow. Let's jump straight into this. So KD3 or King's Disease 3 is the third installment in a great series so far. It started in 2020 with the first King's Disease that was very special to Nas because King's Disease, the first album in 2020, produced by Hit Boy, obviously that's the whole reoccurring theme. It's Nas and Hit Boy together, great chemistry. But the first one, King's Disease 1 in 2020, won a Grammy, Nas's first Grammy, and that is big because Nas obviously has been giving us amazing, records over the years. Didn't obviously get one for like Illmatic, for example, which is like his most infamous, like best hip hop album of all time. But he got one for King's Disease, so that was huge for him back in 2020. And then the second one dropped in 2021, last summer. I don't know, I made videos about it. I don't know if you remember it, but I definitely covered both of the rollouts of the past two ones, so the first one and the second one. So I'm hyped to be here talking about the third one. But the second one also got nominated for Hip Hop Album of the Year, and he also got nominated for Record of the Year, or like Song of the Year that year with Bath Salts together with Jay-Z on that DMX album. So for one, he won a Grammy, his first one, and the other one also got nominated. So this series is huge for him, so we can kind of be already sure that this one is going to be considered by the Grammys too, because a lot of the times when they go into Best Rap Album, they definitely look at Nas. And so from this we knew that him and Hit Boy together were just this unit that was able to just drop amazing records, both acclaimed by the critics, even the critics at the Grammys, but also loved by the fans. So that's why a third one like this is definitely something people had been wanting. On December 24th or 25th, I'm not really sure, he also dropped Magic. Magic was his latest studio album, his 14th, I believe. So kind of the gap in between the second one and the third one. It's not like a King's Disease full-on series album, but it's more just like a little project he dropped in between. I believe it's only about 8 songs. I don't know if you remember when it dropped. But the funny thing is, on there, they already teased at this new album, because on the track Ugly on there, Nas has this one line where he says, "I'm in offense every day until I see the love, KD3 on the way, this just to feed the buzz." And also Hit Boy took to Twitter to quote this exact line later on that same day to announce King's Disease 3. So I find it funny in a lot of ways that they're pushing out this new album, or they were pushing out this new album, and they immediately started announcing KD3 with it, because that's just the one that the fans love and the fans want to see. But that Magic project was definitely worth, us waiting like a little bit more for KD3. So Nas has just been on a roll recently. Let's look at the actual announcement. Then last month, in the middle of October, he decided to announce this album. He decided to give us the release date, give us the cover, all of that, which we're going to look at now. So he took to social media, to Instagram, Twitter, all of that, to share this post of him just saying 11/11, so November 11th, which was a Friday, so we knew that this was going to be a release date, which is obviously tomorrow, and he gave us this announcement. Now on there we see 3 like gold like sticks, and they are like very glowy, and on them it says KD3, and it's 3 of them, so that kind of makes sense that he's announcing the third King's Disease with this one, and obviously kind of doubling down on the release date. It's also engraved on this cover art. Now this is very reminiscent, like this is likely going to be the cover art, like the one that we're going to see, just because it's also very reminiscent of the red and gold one that he did for both of the other King's Disease records, even though in the second one more so than the first one. But I like it. It's pretty simple. I thought that, for example, the first King's Disease was a little bit more intricate. The second one was a little bit more like just his face, but I like that. So this one maybe a little bit too simple, but I guess, when we get the full album, it'll be worth it. It's just a very, it's kind of like you look at it and you know what it is. You immediately are like, okay, this is King's Disease 3. So at least that's what he was going for. But I like it. At least he gave us the cover, he gave us the announcement, the release date for this, and I was very happy about this. And since then, we knew that this was going to come out, tomorrow, basically, on November 11th. They also dropped the trailer. It's like 30-40 seconds. You can check it out on his social media, where they kind of like just give us a little behind the scenes look at how the creation of this process took place. Also, they like talking about their chemistry, which I thought was really important to kind of emphasize once again, because that's what this whole project relies on. Like Nas just, going heavy on those Hit Boy beats. Hit Boy proving that he is likely one of the best producers out there right now, maybe the best producer out there right now, because when he produced the Nas stuff, it went to the Grammys. So that's gotta say a lot. They then also released a track list for this thing, which is obviously very interesting. A track list always gives us a little bit more insight into an album, and this only dropped a couple of hours ago at the point of recording this. I was waiting for this to drop so I could make this video because I really wanted to give y'all everything that we have on this. So let's take a look at this. So this is the track list, and as we can see, there's going to be 17 tracks on there, which is more than both of the previous ones, I believe. I know the first one had 13 tracks, not so sure about the second one, but let's take a look at this. First of all, we can see that the backside to this is Nas in this black and white picture, so it doesn't really, kind of correlate with the front cover. Maybe we'll get an update on that one then. That's kind of the only hint we have towards that, because the other track list, for example, on King's Disease 2, the cover and the back of the cover, so the track list, they both were in the same style. So maybe this means that we're going to get some along the same lines of this back of this cover. But as I said, that wouldn't go in the same, red and golden theme that we had going on so far. But let's look at this. So the first track is called Ghetto Reporter. With tracks without features, there's not a lot we can say about those, and that's an interesting thing that you might already see. There's not a feature on here, while on both of the first ones we definitely had features, even a couple of them, splattered throughout the track list. On this one, none of them. Second track is called Legit, then Thun, then Michael and Quincy, likely referring to the Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones beef, so I like when he's talking about something like that. Then we have a track called 30, then Hood to Hood, Recession Proof, Reminisce, then we have Serious Interlude, so we do got an interlude on here, so only actually 16 tracks. Then I'm on Fire, then WTF SMH. I don't know what Nas is going for. Maybe he's a little too old for those acronyms, but we got to see what that, comes out to be. Then we have Once a Man, Twice a Child. Very poetic, very philosophical title right there. Then a track called Get Light. Then First Time, Beef, Don't Shoot, and a bonus track called Till My Last Breath. And that concludes the track list. So 16 tracks in the OG track list, or 15 without the interlude, and then another bonus track on here. I do like that. I believe this track is looking actually pretty good. I'm excited to see especially stuff like Michael and Quincy, for example, or the WTF SMH, or Once a Man, Twice a Child, stuff like that. Those titles sound very interesting. I don't think there are any leaks for this, because that's just really not the artist that Nas is, or really not like what he's going for. But maybe if some of y'all know it, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's kind of it. We don't got any singles on this so far. We don't got any like big promotion for this. This is all that we got. We got the track list, we got the cover, the little trailer, which I recommend you go check out. So that's basically all that we're working off of. And I think that a little bit of mystery around a project is definitely something that we can always work with. That's why I'm happy about this, and I think that this is going to be one of those albums that is not going to get a lot of mainstream attention, but it's definitely going to hit with the people that like it and that maybe discovered on accident, and that's going to have somewhat of a longer lifespan than just a little playlist that artists drop nowadays. So that's all we know about this. Also, I got to get the little plug in there real quick. If you're in the game for a new hoodie or new, little clothing pieces out there, make sure to go check out the Ben's Music hoodie. I just dropped the pen. Anyway, if you're in the game, check out the Ben's Music hoodie and merch in the YouTube merch bar down below, or with the link in the description. Definitely very, very comfortable. I wear this every day, so would really recommend that. But with that, we're going to wrap it up. This is it. Nas King's Disease 3 dropping tomorrow. I am so hyped about this. Let me know all your thoughts. Let me know all your hopes and wishes and your theories or opinions on this in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.